I literally thought that was Cookie Monster in the background.
Jesus.
I thought it was Hamburglar. I was pretty sure it was Hamburglar.
And that's why birds aren't real. Welcome to Comedians Interviewing Musicians on Music Firsthand. This is my lovely and beautiful, fresh haircut, gorgeous baby co-host, Kim Stacy.
Oh, ow, I hurt my neck. Thank you so much.
And we are joined here with the immensely talented three-peat alumni, the incredible... Oh, God, I forgot. I just really forgot to turn my audio on, and I was like, who is yelling about birds?
This show is off to a great start.
I feel really good.
I think it's that professionalism that makes me want to keep coming back.
I mean...
What can I say?
I'm over here sweating my balls off and we're 2 minutes in, so pray for us.
I'm super glad to be here. All seriousness, good to be here.
Yeah.
We'd like to start the show off not by impersonating the Hamburglar, but by thanking our sponsors and our patrons. We really appreciate all of you. We have so many incredible patrons, and our sponsors are really important to us, and we need you and we love you. So we'd like to
Share T Realtor with Stanberry Realtors. ShareTcells.com.
She's amazing. Chicken.
She's amazing.
We decided
pancakes.
Chicken purse is. With
I kind of want to call her IHOP.
Because chickens hop.
That's not it. It was because of pancakes. Brian Wolf. He's amazing. I don't know what else to say.
Friend of the show. We had him on a couple weeks ago. I do believe his episode is up now. So.
It should be. Also, Debbie Stanley. No.
Yeah. Deb.
Yeah, you do. We all love Deb.
Oh, and Jake Farger, you know him too, Jeff.
Yeah, I just did his show. It was brilliant. It was super fun.
Which is better, ours or his? Gerald Bailey, Gerald'sKitchen.com. And is that it? Cool. This is my show. Welcome to Kim Stacy's.
Am I back yet?
You're back.
Christ, I'm sorry, guys. I just got really, really, really scared. The sound is barely audible. It's got to be me.
Is there another Hamburglar?
Kind of like
look around.
Okay, now this is just me.
Robble,
now we're
robble,
just
robble.
getting roasted. Someone just said yay.
Yay?
The audio's back.
Okay, the audio's back. What should we do? What do we do?
Good sound. What do we do? What should we do? We should. I don't know.
I'm terrified now.
Susan says, "Well, now you sound better." We have.
Okay, sounds fantastic.
We've got the acceptance of Susan.
Contrary to
we are robots. We're part of the Matrix. But
what if we started talking like this?
Yes, we are not
sound
robots.
better.
We are, however, shitty EDM clubs.
Yeah, and Ted now says, "Make me laugh, damn it." So let's do it.
Okay. Jeff, your fans are insatiable. What do you do at shows that makes them this damn needy? All these people. Oh,
it's
and
true.
there we go
it's
with
true.
The boss man, Kim's boyfriend, coming in.
And now Susan says, "Quick, do the show." Okay, let's
quit it. This is the show.
This is the show.
It's Kim and I being idiots and insulting an amazing, talented artist.
I'm so sweaty.
Give the people what they want.
I'm so sweaty.
Just give the people what they want.
So much pressure.
And that's
Play a
this.
damn song, Jeff.
Well, I feel like it was our check-in. We did great. We really tried to do this. So yeah, can you play us a song now, Jeff?
I think the best thing for me to do right now is play a big bummer. So
great, thank you.
There we go. Do this. Jeff Plankenhorn, ladies and
gentlemen. Louisiana is my home. I drank my whiskey all alone. Temptation got me on the run, but mama's son don't hurt no one. Don't want no trouble. Don't want no trouble, but trouble find me. Trouble find me when nothing going right and no hope is left inside. I should be praying to the Lord. Don't want to bother him tonight. Oh, and I don't want no trouble. Don't want no trouble. Yeah, but trouble find me. Trouble find me. Well, I wish, oh, I could move on. Redemption too far gone. Now I'm left with an empty bottle and an aching head. You don't ever wanna be where I've been or will be. 'Cause when I'm down, and I'm always down, it's trouble find me. I can't take it no more. All this knocking on my door. Nothing's on the other side. But still I'm always open wide. Oh, and I don't want no trouble, no. Yeah, but trouble find me. Trouble find me. Come on, trouble find me. Trouble find me.
Throw Jeff Plankenhorn. Thank you so much. If you guys are just joining us, we are here. This is comedians interviewing musicians. It is not a fun game show. It is just two silly women going to be interviewing Mr. Jeff Plankenhorn. This is the third time you've been on the show. You were on episode 37 and then episode something. I can't even, honestly, it's been a long time. Thank you very much. We'd like to say to everyone, to the audience, Chris is going to pin the Venmo and the Patreon for Mr. Jeff Plankenhorn. So please, if you are not already subscribed and supporting him monthly, please do that on Patreon. Some of you don't know what that is. It is basically an all-exclusive sort of view into an artist can produce any amount of content. You just throw in a couple of dollars a month and you can see as much as you like. It's truly awesome and a great way to help support people who are not gigging right now. So please do that. Kim, Kim's the best Instagram stalker in the world, so I would just like to give this little mini segment over to her.
Thank you so much.
To tell us about her Insta stalking.
Yeah, so definitely Insta stalked you a lot. Went all the way back to 2014. So we have a special guest on deck, so I'm going to do some questions here, and then we're going to invite this special guest. Are you ready?
I'm a little on the nervous side as to who this is going to be.
I want to say that you shouldn't be nervous, but then I'd be lying to you. Okay, so first is first. Can you tell us a little bit about being a boy soprano?
Oh, sure. Usually there's a lot of jokes, that go along with it, but it was like a really, really, really wonderful time in my life. Basically, I started singing, and I was raised by a single parent mom, and she traveled quite a bit. And my dad left when I was pretty young. We have since resolved and gotten our issues, and we talk now and all that kind of stuff, and it's great. But at the time, it was a really, really tough time. I've done my share of battling demons, so forgiveness is kind of a easy thing for me these days. But as far as like when I was a kid, right around like 6 or 7, I could already sing pretty well in tune, and without reading music, the choir director in church would go like this and just mark the pitches so I knew where I was going, and I became like a lead boy soprano. By the time I was 10, I did my first national anthem at a baseball game for I did the Indians a couple of times. Hope they changed their name, and for the Phillies. Fine, okay with that name.
We'll live with it.
As a lady horse, I am. Isn't that what a filly is? I don't even know what a filly is.
Yes, a filly is that. As a filly.
It's a sandwich. Keep going.
Yeah, so it was a really, really huge thing because I found a lot of love and attention, of course, but also immediately that, I can make people feel good. And that's kind of been like the driving force ever since. As soon as my voice started changing in that thing that boys call puberty, only boys, that thing, when that happened, yes, exactly. When that happened, I started picking up guitar. And my brother was a guitar player, and I was like John's little brother who plays guitar too. Like, oh, you're John's brother? You play guitar? Oh, that's great. Because John was like the one, right?
Yeah.
And he was a badass at it. And that's kind of when I went down that, and I didn't sing for years because, my voice was changing and stuff. And so between the years like 10 and 12, it was just like from boy soprano to I'm going to learn everything I can about guitar, and being in my room 8 hours a day and my mom banging on the door going, it sounds like someone's dying in there, and I know you know how to play something pretty, and stuff like that. And but it was exactly what I needed. And I've really never looked back since then. So, and the voice soprano thing was great too, because it taught me a lot about how to sing and how to breathe, and both of those things have been really good for my what would you say, type A type of kind of things.
Yeah.
And so being able to calm the inner voice and being able to breathe a little bit has been helpful as I've gotten older.
I had a different experience growing up as a female bass. So
that's sort of the other thing, right?
Yeah, but that also happened when I got puberty.
Yeah.
Well,
my mom was a
did
bass.
they make you like stand next to I also had to sing with the boys, so they put me in the alto section, but they put me on the very
so I was kissing next to the baritones and everything, and then all of them would start to sing, and then I would go and everyone's like, yeah, that's my daughter.
Yeah, but then a lady gets older and that becomes sultry. It becomes like a Catherine Hepburn.
Yeah, and now I you make money that way.
There
doing
you go.
Phone calls. My Instagram question for you is, you posted something, all your friends are talking about who they are. Which Golden Girl are you, though?
Oh, see, that's the thing. Okay, so I kind of have a thing with the Golden Girls, and this is my thing with the Golden Girls.
Okay, I'm ready for it.
There was a time when all of the gals that I knew would say, regarding Sex in the City, they would say, oh, she's such a, what are the names, Samantha, and she's such a this, and she's such a that. And I said it would be much better and much more apropos if people did it with Golden Girls.
Okay, yeah.
Because almost all of us want to be a Sophia. You know, we want to be the Sophia. We really, really do. And in our hearts of hearts, we sometimes try to be that like, oh, I don't care. I'm just going to say whatever comes out of my mouth, you know. But really, I mean, I guess, you know, it's a tough one for me. It's a tough one for me, but I'm really good at doing other people. Because like A. Whitney Brown was talking to me on this, and he was like, "Are you the only?" I thought I was the only person you talked to about that. I was creeped out, and I was like, "Yes, you know," and that makes you Dorothy, you know, and and
I don't know. I almost feel like you could be a Blanche.
You know, it's possible.
I kind of feel that. I don't know. What do you think that Becky Joe and I are?
Am I a Blanche, a Sophia, a Dorothy? What do you think?
I think a Blanche. Definitely. You're a Blanche.
Becky doesn't know.
Wait. No, wait.
Are you remembering which one's which?
Bitch.
Yeah, is Dorothy the tall one?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's kind of mean.
Yeah, she was the one who was just kind of like matter of fact. She always did the deadpan. She did the deadpan. She would always be like, she'd do the Milton Berle looks like.
Right.
You know.
I feel like I'm equal parts the slutty one and the deadpan one.
Yeah.
I want to say that I'm the Sophia, like you said, but.
But you are, though. You are.
I just need
for some
Jeff
reason,
to say
Betty
it.
White's. For some reason, Betty White's name is escaping me right now.
Rose.
Rose, thank you, Rose. Yeah. And that's the other thing, too, is a lot of us think we're the Sophia, and really we got a lot of Rose.
It's okay. True, but...
It's really okay. Do you see how fun this is, though? It's really a lot more fun.
I'm not having fun until you tell me that I'm Sophia.
You're totally Sophia.
Thank you so much. Before... What?
Oh, it's 6:30.
I know, but wait. I was gonna say before we have our special guest come on, I do have one more question. Since you know Canada, I wanted to know if between these three, which one you are. So are you Celine Dion, Avril Lavigne, or Alanis Morissette?
Alanis Morissette, easily.
I knew you were gonna say it.
But I mean, if I really had a choice, though, I would throw a fourth in. You might call me a Katie Lang.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Give me some Katie Lang. Give me some Katie Lang love.
Okay. All right. But I'm saying, so with that trio,
I like to
perfect.
I like to crew, though.
Yes. Well, you're Alanis Morissette. Becky Jo's obviously Avril Lavigne, and I'm Celine Dion. There we go.
That works.
Night. You're welcome.
That works for me. Okay, we're good.
There are people that think Avril Lavigne is dead, and they replace her record company replaced her with a lookalike. Look it up; it's hysterical.
No, it is really funny. Yeah.
Well, they did that with Paul McCartney.
Clearly, Jeff's like, I'm Paul McCartney.
It's me.
The first time that Jeff was on the show, we had a very special guest.
37.
Yes.
Oh no.
Episode 37.
Now I know what's happening.
Guest who is hilarious, very sweet. Their family members are very big fans of yours, so they were at the show, and he decided to be. Well, we're gonna bring him on when he's ready. I know he's waiting and prepping up some seriously hard-hitting questions. So, but if you guys remember, for those of you who have seen the episode, if you haven't, please, it's on YouTube. It's in the baby Genesis form of comedians interviewing musicians in the first 50 episodes.
Well, can I just do a quick plug for you guys? Okay, so I'm gonna break in because you have 2 seconds, and that's this. When we talk about that Patreon thing, I don't know about you guys, but for me, like, I love the people that follow me on Patreon.
Yes.
Because it's like, it's literally direct connection. Like, I stopped caring about Spotify and all these other things, and Patreon is just, it's such a great way to just like direct connection, fan to peer, or friend and family, et cetera, et cetera. And with that, hello,
hi, Graham.
Young person.
This is
hello,
Graham.
youngling.
Youngling.
I'm only going to call him a youngling.
Hi, Graham. How are you?
Good.
Are you enjoying getting to stay home from school, from quarantine?
Not anymore.
No, you're bored?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I understand you're here to ask Jeff some questions like old times a couple of years ago. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Did you have fun then? Well, I hope you
Yes.
Yeah, sweet. Let's do it again. I'm excited. Let's roast Jeff Plankenhorn. Take it
I'm
away,
here.
Graham.
I can take it. Hi, Graham.
Hello.
Nice to see you, buddy.
What's your favorite part of social distancing?
I think that it's surprising. Like, that's a great question, Graham, because you get a lot of hugs and stuff at shows. Like, we used to all carry around Purell and hand sanitizer anyway, and we used to call it goober juice because you'd go to a festival and all the goobers would touch you. And so you'd have to, like, after you got done with a festival, it'd be like all the goobers would shake your hand and stuff. And it's like, well, I love these people, but some of them, yeah, they're a little goobery, and so you have some goober juice. So I think that one of the greatest things is, like, I've been to Japan a couple of times, and I think we should give up the whole handshake thing, and I think we should all start bowing because it's super polite and it's awesome and nobody gets sick. And I'm not even a germaphobe. Like, I'm not a germy guy. But I love that about social distancing. Plus, I love locking myself in a room and playing guitar. So that kind of works out
great. Which song did you have the most fun making?
Like in the studio?
Yeah.
There's a song that I had, not on my last EP, but on my last record. My full-length record, and it's the title track. It's called Sleeping Dogs, and I really loved it because it was like interesting who played. Like, I played bass on it, which I don't do a lot on records, so it was really fun, like playing bass lines, and there were all these weird things we did in the studio that were kind of unexpected and fun. And a lot of times the studio can be very hectic, and sometimes time is money, so you get worried about stuff. It can be stressful, and it was just one of the most fun times I ever had. And plus, it ended up being the title track, and I ended up being able to put like a close-up picture of my dog on the album, and like, I'm a dog person and my wife's a dog person, so it was just like everything kind of fell into place. So that was probably the most fun I had recording a song, Sleeping Dogs.
Like that.
Yeah. Do you miss doing songs on the road?
Very much so, it's another great question. Very much so. You get a connection with people when you're playing shows, and when people ask me about what that feels like, I usually tell them this. If you're like at a show and you're watching a concert, and you really, really love what's going on stage, and you're just like vibing, and you're like in the middle of it, and you feel connected to the person on stage, usually when I'm playing, I feel almost exactly like that. And the more I take my own head out of it and realize that it's about like connection, the more I super, super love it, and it's not so much about me. And so I really, really miss that. But I am super thankful, and I'm not kidding, that we get to do stuff like this, and that the technology has been kind of used for something good to keep people connected. I'm all the way up on Vancouver Island right now. Do you know where that is? It's in Canada, and it's on the west coast of Canada, and it's really, really beautiful. But right now, you and I get to have this conversation, and we're 3,000 miles, well, I'm not sure, something like that, away from each other,
We're looking at
I haven't counted.
Math is hard. Don't confuse.
It is.
No, don't confuse.
I'll let Graham do that. But it's really, really, really great that we get to do that. I miss being on the road very much, but I'm also very thankful, that we get to do this.
Great question.
Have you been writing more or less since COVID-19 started?
Honestly, a lot more. And when I was out on the road and trying to make it as a 47-year-old almost famous musician, I was it was like
I get it.
good, yeah. I was having to do so many other things that don't have to do with music, and dealing with booking agents and managers and social media people and things that you have to do. But when COVID hit, and I hate that it's come at the expense of, so much bad stuff. But a lot of us musicians and a lot of comedians as well my wife says that we're all very resilient, and that she thinks it's really, really cool how everybody has just like, boom, snap their fingers. We're going to figure out how to do this. Yeah. But I've written a ton more, and I also like co-write just the way we're doing it right now. Like I'll call up a friend of mine and on Zoom, and we'll co-write as if we're in the same room. Cool. And I've done a number of songs that way, and it's really helped me feel connected during this tough time.
Oh, I love that.
Me
It's
too.
good.
For all your questions?
No.
He's got 6 more.
Graham.
He's got 6 more.
Hell yeah.
Yes, exactly. How often do you practice your guitar versus playing?
Yeah, that's another thing that's been really great about being locked up is to have time. I didn't have a lot of time in the last few years to pick up my guitar for fun or to practice. It would be, I got to work. And it was working on somebody's demo, or I was going to send somebody a track via the internet, or I was going to go play a show, or I was going to go in the studio. And even though I'm working a lot from home right now, I'm also like having a lot of fun experimenting. And I've also been playing a lot of piano right now. I actually did 2 piano songs on my Patreon last month, which was a terrifying experience, but really fun. So I'm starting to practice a lot more. I would say on a good day, it would be really nice if I got an hour. But I don't want to say that on here because if you're starting guitar, an hour is not very much time to practice. Mm-mm. You got to practice a lot more than that. Now, playing, I probably play 3 or 4 hours a day between singing, recording, etc., maybe teaching a lesson here and there. So it's kind of like that.
Yeah, Graham, you got to get lessons from Jeff Plankenhorn.
Got to do it. Happy to do it. Would love that.
Do you have one more question, Graham?
I have one more.
Okay, give us a good one.
Pick your
I got to pick
question.
the best. Oh, there are 2 good ones.
Okay, we'll give you 2.
You can do 2.
Okay. Do you sing in the shower? If so, what songs?
Okay, that's fantastic. What a great question. The answer is most definitely yes. And I also, I have a song called Love is Love. And that song came from a melody that came out of the shower. And I got out of the shower and grabbed the guitar off the wall and I sang into my little phone and I took that song and I had that melody for a long time and I knew I was going to use it for something super special because I loved it. And that came out of singing. But I am terribly... Oh, excuse me. Oh.
All of us with dogs were like, shut up, but it wasn't.
Is it my dog? My dog's not barking. My dogs are sleeping dogs right now. But I will. I am. One of my secret pleasures is I'm a fanalo, and that I grew up listening to a little bit of Barry Manilow along with Stevie Wonder, and so I actually guilty pleasure love Barry Manilow, and it's really not embarrassing. But I sing a lot of Stevie Wonder to the point where if I'm on a road trip with my wife, I'm not allowed to play Stevie Wonder because I will drive her insane. Because I sing every word at the top.
Stops at Stevie Wonder.
I top of my lungs, every single word. I own everything Stevie Wonder ever did. Everything. So that's what I sing in the shower for sure.
Heck yeah. That's a
I love that.
My final question is, what is the weirdest venue you have ever performed at?
Okay, so I got a great answer for you here, and it really was last year. Okay, so I get a call, and they say, okay, well, there's this one place that we're going to have you play in a certain town in Wyoming, and I'm doing a solo tour, acoustic, right? And all I'm doing is playing with my acoustic guitar and telling stories and playing songs to listening rooms, right? So I get a call on the way into town and they said, we have to move the venue. And I said, well, why do we have to switch the venue on the day of the show? And they said, because we don't have sound equipment. We have to move you to a place where we have sound equipment. So I said, okay. Are you familiar with Dave and Buster's? Okay, it's pretty fun, right?
I've never been.
Okay. Are you like that kind of a place where you play like video games and like hoops and like Super Mario Kart and like all these different things, and there's lots of pew, 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 bells and whistles? Well, I walk into this place and it's like Dave and Buster's on steroids. It's like to the 10th degree. There's massive stuff everywhere. So they put me on a stage, and I'm on the stage setting up my solo stuff. It's a giant stage, and there's like a giant 3-person Super Mario Kart over here. There's like 3 pinball machines. These are on stage with me, and they don't turn them off. And kids are running around and playing, and so I'm just sitting there like playing my songs, like looking at like children run behind me, screaming and yelling, yeah! And I'm like, trouble find me, you know. And so after the very first song, I decided, okay, 1 to 2 things can happen. I can get mad, and I can go, okay, I just don't want to play this gig and leave. But instead, I decided I would be a warrior. And I looked around the crowd, and I found a table full of a bunch of college guys, and they were with their gals. And I was like, that's my audience. And I was like, they're going to like me before I leave. And I just laser focused on them. I started talking to them. I started asking them about music. What do they like? Da 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 da. And by the end of the show, they were all buying T-shirts. And I only played really loud music because I had to, over the top of
Pew, pew,
Mario
pew,
Kart.
pew.
Yeah, but that was a weird one, and it was, you know, that's the first one that comes to mind. Truthfully, I've played a lot of weird gigs, but I really love your questions.
Those are great questions, Graham. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Kim and Becky Joe are they're going to have to take some notes.
Yeah, we failed. You took over our job. So I guess this is Graham interviewing musicians.
And I think from now on, yeah.
It's true.
Thanks
And also,
for having
I just wanted
me.
to talk to your colorist.
It was really great hanging out with you again, buddy.
Yeah, thank you so much, Graham.
Thanks for having me.
Have a good one, babes.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. We are going to, if you're just joining us here on the live stream, this is Comedians Interviewing Musicians. That is the lovely and talented Graham. He made an appearance on episode 37, so check that out on YouTube to see. I also remembered it as he said it. He said sort of famous.
Oh, sort of, not almost.
What's it like to be sort of famous?
Yeah, that's so good.
It just like
And I was
hit
like,
me in the middle of it. Also, I'd like to take a tiny second. Miss, what did I miss? I missed this one. Somebody put this adorable comment about how you're such a gentleman.
oh, they don't know.
Super, and
I
it's
think
very
Tia
true.
did.
Oh yes, Jeff is forever such a gentleman in speech and manner. You are a boss musician. And
Yeah.
Brian Wolf says hi. Also follow Brian Wolf on Patreon. And if you had a really good time, please PayPal, Venmo, Patreon. It's like what are those? Something Army. PayPal, Venmo, Patreon, Plankenhorn. That's how you can support Jeff today. But we are going to hear a couple of songs, and then we're going to come back and play a quick game before we hear another song. So,
all right.
Let's give it up for the lovely and talented Jeff Plankenhorn.
Well, since we mentioned, you know, my favorite song to do in the studio, why don't I do that? And then we also mentioned that song that I love so much. So I'm playing a lot of stuff from old albums right now, but they're appropriate because they were asked about and talked about. So, and that was really fun. Okay, here's the song "Sleeping Dogs." Used to worry about everything. What you thought, what you think. Now I know I do what's right. I let the sleeping dogs lie. Every time I fall down, I once again feel the cold ground. Get up, leave it, and go on trying. And let the sleeping dogs lie. So I let the sleeping dogs lie. Once you had me in your claws, never knew what was the cause. But I let go, I ceased to fight, and let the sleeping dogs lie. there's some things behind my back. Well, I'm not so concerned with that. Your problem has never been mine. I let the sleeping dogs lie. So I let the sleeping dogs lie. So I let the sleeping dogs lie. Oh, 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 yeah. Used to look for someone to blame. That's exactly when I lost the game. No more tears come from my eyes. I let the sleeping dogs lie. I see it clearly coming through the mist. Where to finally be done with this? The illusion of power, it fades with time if you let the sleeping dogs lie. So I 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 let the sleeping dogs lie. She has a heart so true and kind, but what I love is her beautiful mind. All them troubles we can leave behind and let the sleeping dogs lie. Yeah! And Oscar was like, that song is never gonna let the sleeping dogs lie. Dad, please let me sleep. Anyway, Sleeping Dogs from the album of the same name. And we mentioned earlier the song Love is Love because it started with a little riff. The song was inspired by Lin-Manuel Miranda. The night he gave a speech at the Tony Awards after the Pulse nightclub massacre shooting, the horrible, horrible thing. And it went viral, his speech, and he had this poem at the end of it, and at the end of it, he just said this thing over and over and over again that all the old hippies used to say when I was a kid. And in 2018, when I wrote the song, it was like, man, do we really still have to be saying this? Have we not learned already that love is love? But if we do have to say it, I wanted to get it in a song so we could sing it together and know that it's true. I always like it when people sing along with this at home. I can feel it when you do it, I think. At least I think so. People put it in the chat that they're singing along. Jimmy fell hard for Jenny. Jamie fell in love with Jay. You can't choose with whom you fall. I think it's better that way. Could be a chemical thing, maybe cosmic and such. Try as you might to clearly define, well, you won't come back with much. Love is love is love. Love is love is love. People try to change love. They give conditions and rules. They try to tell you that they know better. Well, tell you your love ain't cool. But love don't mind your religion. Love don't know without a race. Love don't care where you may come from. Love doesn't need to explain. Love is love is love. Love is love is love. We are born knowing love, have to be taught how to hate. Let go of all your preconceived notions. Well, you only need to relate. Come take a seat at the table, break some bread, make a new friend. In time you'll find forgiveness and kindness is all you ever needed. Love is love is love is love. Love is love is love is love. Love is love is love is love. Love is love is love. And it is, I promise.
Yes.
Come through, love.
Oh, we're getting just a lot of sweet comments of how great your
good.
songs are. Great message. Kate Howard is here. We love Kate Howard.
The Austin Word woman. Boy,
yeah.
she's quick with, man, she is a good pun writer.
Oh my gosh, that's
Oof.
when we had her on the show. We had that.
Ooh.
He's such a great performer, a wonderful human being, and a fantastic collaborator.
I'm getting it's well, thanks. It's a lot of redemption here.
Don't worry. I'm sure somebody will write a garbage comment about you, so we'll bring you back to earth.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
But also, I wanted to fact check.
Okay.
Vancouver to Austin is 2,255 miles, so you're very close.
But if you go to Campbell River, BC, which is on Vancouver Island, which is where we are, that's a smidge further.
Oh God, why do you have to?
Campbell River, BC.
I'm trying so.
No, and it's pretty
hard.
cool. So I was pretty close to 3,000 miles. You have to do it right from Hazel's house.
Great.
If you do it from Hazel's,
drop me the pin.
drop the pin on Hazel's house, and then we'll do Austin.
Drop the pin.
What do we got?
In the comments, so everyone knows where you are.
Well, you know what? 2,394 miles.
That's pretty good.
Hazel coming through.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, Hazel's the bomb. She's the best. I love
her. Tia says that song also lifts my mood.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Tia.
So
right on.
Love that song.
Is the game time.
Yay!
It's game time.
I'd like to curate games specifically for our guests because
Becky, I don't know if I'm. Can you turn up just a teeny bit, or get closer? I can't hear you as much, Becky.
Here we go.
There we go.
The name of this game is the nickname game. You, Jeff the Plankenhorn, have quite a sick little nickname. So I thought I would. Did you know? To this day, there are 6. These are all like self-proclaimed. 6 kings of rock and roll, 2 kings of blues, more than 4 kings of rap. There's at least 4 kings of rap.
So
Eminem
many
said he was
kings.
one of them. Go home. 2 queens of rap. We all know who that is. There's got to be more than 2.
Me.
6 queens of country. What?
Me.
4 kings kings and 1 king of pop, but he doesn't count. So,
the only ones I probably don't know are the male kings of country. Those are probably the ones I know the least of.
George Strait, Willie
No,
Nelson.
I mean, I would say probably Hank Williams Sr.
Yeah.
You know, Johnny Cash.
True. Well,
Maybe.
he's, what do they call him? He's the man in black. The one part of this game is like, obviously there are, you know, like the Thin White Duke is David Bowie. We have like the Lizard King, Jim Morrison. Like there's so many different obvious ones.
But you guys realize that Plankenhorn is a stage name.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I just like when I decided that I was going to do a solo career at the ripe age of 43, I was just looking for something that just dripped from the tongue like honey. And one night I just woke up and I went Plankenhorn.
It is sexy.
And I just thought, yeah. My real name is actually Nick Steele, but I didn't think it was rock and roll enough, so I went with
you have a porn
Plankenhorn.
name.
I went with Plankenhorn.
Yeah, it's very saxophone. What is it with Parks and Rec?
Oh, I don't know.
Isn't it Duke Silver?
Yes.
Duke Silver.
That's why Nick Steele reminds me of you, like doing some kind of jazz album.
Oh, okay. Is it cool if it's with the English spelling with 3 E's, a la Remington?
Clearly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remington.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it was.
What is it?
So.
It's like Steel Magnolias?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Now they have Sweet Magnolias on Netflix. Stop it.
Yeah.
Tia
What's
says
the
we call you Plank.
It's
so
true.
can you guess who is the self-proclaimed king of fuck? He's a musician.
Of what?
King of fuck.
Flavor Flav.
Oh, so close, bitch. No. Not even close at all. You could not be in a more different ballpark.
Justin Bieber.
It's Marilyn Manson.
Oh, woof, of course. Boo.
Can you guess
The beautiful people.
Hunter S. Thompson. Apparently Hunter S. Thompson and Marilyn Manson were really good Judies. Can you guess what Hunter S. Thompson's nickname for Marilyn Manson was? Because this one makes no damn sense to me.
White Horse.
I want to say it has something to do with Marilyn Monroe instead of Marilyn, like he called her.
I love that.
Bombshell or something.
Shit eyes.
What is
Shit
happening?
eyes.
Like, Hunter
This
S.
is a hard
Thompson's
game.
very gifted, but shit eyes. He really didn't try at all there.
No.
And I think that's probably why Marilyn wears those terrifying icy contacts now. He's like, I can't. Hunter S. Thompson made fun of my brown eyes.
That would do it, though. If you made fun of my eyes, I don't know what I would do.
True. Okay, this artist's name is Marvin Lee Addy. His dad gave him his stage name at a young age because he was like big and chunky. Can you guess what rock star Marvin Lee Addy? This is stage name.
He wasn't Fats Domino. He was. He wasn't the Notorious B.I.G.
Nope.
He wasn't Tiny Tim.
The Stay
Give me a hint?
Marshmallow Man.
Give me a hint.
I mean, the name is a food.
Marshmallow.
Meatloaf.
Yeah, Meatloaf.
I got one.
Yeah, his dad gave him that name as a kid because he was just like a meatloaf of a kid, you know?
No, I'm pretty sure Meatloaf was his real name.
Legally, I'm sure he changed it, but Marvin Lee Addy was his
legally.
Christian name.
Good actor.
Ooh, okay.
Great actor. Especially in Spice World.
This famous bassist died doing coke with Vegas strippers in 2002.
Why do we think I would know this?
Because of the strippers?
And his name was given to him because his large, imposing, and virtually immobile presence on stage. Just like this big fucking dude that wouldn't just play the bass and never move.
Okay, that's a lot of bass players. A lot of bass players don't like to prance around stage.
No.
It's true. Okay, so bass player who died. Sid Vicious?
Nope.
No, he's not really the stripper type either. You know? He's too punk.
Yeah, he's pretty punk.
Yeah, and he didn't die that way anyway. What am I thinking? Okay, so rock bass player. It's not John Entwistle. He was too old for that at that point. But he never moved. The guy from the Who. He just stayed in one place. Rock and roll bass player who just stayed in one place. It's not John Paul Jones. It's not. I don't know.
It is John Entwistle, and he went by the Ox.
I said John Entwistle
you
just
did?
now.
I totally missed that. You said not John Entwistle. I was like, no, I guess it's not. No, yeah, he's literally.
Yeah, I mean,
from the Who.
Do we count that? You said not.
No, you don't count it. I because I said there's no way it was him. I figured that if he died, he died in his like
Zeppelin and
the Who.
The Who.
Yeah.
And like that he was called the Ox when he was playing with Pete Townsend because Pete Townsend was all over the place. And he was just sit there like, and you couldn't even move him. So like, he's the
held his bass very high. He held his bass very high, and he also played 24 karat gold strings, which is like, come on, for real.
I mean, come on, Ox. This one's just funny because
it says traffic cone was his name. Just want to say that.
Who was called the Possum by two radio DJs who surprisingly did not get their asses beat for this?
I remember who Possum was. Possum was, it's something from the Sun Radio years. The Possum was. It wasn't Chet Atkins. It was the Possum. I know who this is. I know who Possum was. Possum was Carl Perkins.
George Jones was the Possum.
Dang it! I knew that. I knew that from my time in Nashville. Can I tell you guys a quick George Jones story?
Yes.
Always.
Okay, so when I lived in Nashville, George Jones had gotten in a lot of DUIs and stuff, which is not funny. But it's not. It's really, really not. But he had a big problem with drinking and driving. And he had this big, giant green SUV, and he had gotten it into an accident, and they towed it, and they totaled it. And there was this big carpet world at the corner of 65 and I-40, like this big, giant place, and they took a huge crane, and they put his SUV up on a crane and a sign that said, "Don't drink and drive."
Oh.
Now, that's not the messed up funny part. The messed up funny part is they had to take it down because everyone was looking at it and getting in accidents.
No!
That's great.
I mean...
That's great.
Doesn't make a lot of sense. It's not a really logical...
This huge distraction.
Exactly. While you're driving on the highway. It's just not very sensible.
Well, that's kind of like what you were saying, was it 2 weeks ago or something like that with the blowies with, Hitler giving everyone one doll to have sex with so they would stop spreading diseases.
The farmer that blew up a blow-up doll because his scarecrow wasn't working. So he put a blow-up doll in his pasture.
Yeah.
And
why haven't we gone here in this entire show?
Because people were like, what the? Like, what is that naked woman doing strapped to those corn stalks? What the hell?
I gotta say, I feel like I've missed out that this is where the show is supposed to go.
This is where it's supposed to go.
Straight up, when the Blowies interview is live, all of you need to watch the final game when I quiz them about blow-up dolls because I learned a lot.
I did too.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is the Pope of Mope?
I'm gonna say Morrissey.
Easy. That one's the easiest one. I think.
Did I get it?
I can't. Yeah, it's right.
Who is less? You know?
I know. All right. Well, what's funny is because like I'm an emo kid, like former emo kid. Yeah. So when I heard Pope of Mope, my millennial ass went to Connor Oberst of Bright Eyes. So I was like, oh, he's the sappy.
Oh yeah, there you go. But I'm a
little
little older.
Asshole. I will post the article in the comments so I can give this person the journalist credit. But the person who put together this list of stuff that I ripped information from, I ripped the one paragraph that's for a while there. You might have thought Connor Oberst would take the title, but the former Smiths frontman released an album of metallic proto-mope in 2009 that staved off Serve Bright Eyes for another decade. And I just thought that was the shadiest, funniest former emo kid stabbing herself.
I love that.
That's a good one. That's a good stab.
For the last, I have four final, they're rapid fires.
Okay, I'm not quick.
a title, and you and Kim are going to tell me who you think it is off the top of your head.
Okay.
The First Lady of Music.
Aretha Franklin.
Ooh, close, Kim.
Me.
Yes, it's Kim Stacy.
Nailed it.
Actually, what's funny is the first lady, the Queen of Soul is Aretha Franklin. The First Lady of Music is Beyonce, bitch.
Oh, that's fair. I'll buy that.
Yeah, I like that too.
I like that you said close.
Yeah, close. I mean, beautiful singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
Powerful black woman. Yeah, Tia's like Aretha. Yes, you heard it here first, Tia. Okay, who is the Queen of Comebacks?
Thank you.
This one.
Queen of Comebacks.
Kim.
Queen of Comebacks.
That was my hint.
What was the hint?
Is it Cher?
It has to be.
Yeah, it's got to be Cher.
She's the Queen of Comebacks, the Queen of Reinvention. That woman lost her husband. Come on. And she's never.
I mean, I was just talking about like farewell tour. Yeah.
I'm just talking about turning back time.
Many times
she just turns back time.
Leaving?
Be the Queen of
You
Comebacks.
could turn back time.
Who is the King of Orgasmic Rock? Bro.
King of Orgasmic
Jeff
Rock.
Plankenhorn.
Ooh, Kim Stacy.
Maybe in my younger years. No.
I did actually say one of his nicknames earlier. That is my hint. I did name him earlier.
Jim Morrison.
Mm-hmm. Lizard King thinks he's the king of orgasmic rock, which whatever. I mean,
he's
I
wrong.
have a love-hate relationship with him. But...
Yeah, he had moments.
Ooh, and this is the last one. This one I think is this one's just a shout out to my dad because I was totally raised on this person's entire discography. The King of High Seas.
Neil Diamond.
I like this. Neil Diamond.
Kim Stacy.
Of High Seas?
Yeah.
Like high seas, like pitch?
Yeah.
I mean sailor, because I want to go with high seas.
Oh,
you know?
Yes. Captain Ahab. No, it's actually Pavarotti.
So,
who? Pavarotti.
Opera singer Pavarotti. Ooh, Tia Sandy guessed Freddie Mercury. That is a pretty good
That's a good one. That's
and Cher T is in the house. Cher T and Waffles are in the house. Thank bless it. Yes, those were also fun fact. It's not that I'm shitting on Madonna because I would be a terrible gay if that even came to my thought. But she has also called herself the First Lady of Pop, the Queen of Comebacks, and the Queen of Pop. She's never been called this. She just called herself that after somebody else did.
I mean, I'm sorry, but that's a very Trumpy thing to do.
Yes.
That is a very Trumpy thing to do.
Oh!
It is.
I get kicked off a gay TikTok for this. This is what happens. I get kicked off a gay TikTok because I talk shit about Madonna.
Yeah, that would do it. That would do it. She went to my high school.
What?
Yeah, she went to the same high school as me. Yeah, Shikoni.
At the same time?
No. Good God, no. She's a little bit older. 15 years older, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, Jeff's like, damn, bitch. You know Madonna's like 100.
Like...
Listen. That was a compliment for both of them.
Just pull in Nancy Pelosi.
That's what I just did.
I love that. Well, you just played the
baby shark, do baby shark.
Kim, no. I get the water gun. No. Thank you for playing the nickname game, Jeff the Plankenhorn.
It was my pleasure. Do you guys know what plank means, by the way, and what plank means in the UK?
No.
Dumbass.
It's not that sad.
No, if somebody says you're a plank, that means you're as thick as two short planks. So the first time I went to England, I had an album called Jeff Plankenhorn, Plank, and they were like, "Do they really call you that?" And I was like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Okay." You know, and so it just gave us something to talk about because it's like, here I am, I've got my brand new album, my first time touring over there, and here he is, Jeff Plankenhorn, dumbass. You know, it was great.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well, thank you for playing. If you, those watching are having a good time, please Venmo tip Mr. Plank, Mr. Jeff the dumbass Plankenhorn.
That's me. I'm a dumbass.
Oh.
You ain't lying.
Wait, I don't know what this means, but if Ted just said if Madonna and Trump had a fast food restaurant, question mark.
What would it be called?
Ooh, no, it's right there.
It'd be called Shitting Star. You must be my shitting star.
Yes.
'Cause you shit on me way.
And you shit
like a
so far.
Robbing the whole country for fun. There we go.
Yeah.
That's it.
Also, before we get to this last
Oh
song.
no, he said it's McDonald's.
Oh,
Hit my head so hard on my desk.
McDonald's.
McDonald's. I love that.
Not bad, Ted.
We are sort of running out of time here, but we have to do. Yeah. We're gonna do another song. We just like to say again, thank you to everyone who's watching. Sorry about the technical difficulties earlier. We have been recording this whole thing, so when this is over, we will put the clean version up. Are we not recording a bonus Patreon?
It's recording.
For this? Is that? I don't know. I'll ask.
No, it's nothing you have to worry about, Jeff. Right now, not right now.
Yes, hush,
don't worry
hush.
about
You're
it.
Still pretty. It's okay.
Hush,
don't
hush.
worry.
You're
The
beautiful.
moms are handling this.
Also, I hate to say this, but you've been playing your guitar incorrectly this whole time. It's been on your lap. I just wanted to put that out
That's
there.
The other one.
That's his whole
the other
thing. Go watch episode 37. It's the whole thing. It's the plank. It's patented.
Just
bitch.
don't say I play Jeff Healey style.
Oh no. We don't even know who she
I would
go
never.
You've never seen Roadhouse?
Of course I have.
Every white boy
Becky
I went
Joe.
to high school with has seen Roadhouse and
The
definitely
Sways.
Yeah, but everyone wants to be in Roadhouse, but no one ever clocks their sexist friends.
It's true.
Roadhouse. Ghost.
Calling you out. Oh, Kim says Waffles misses her twin. Oh, sorry. Cher says Kim Waffle misses her twin sister.
IHOP.
Union. I love that. Well, let's hear one more song from Mr. Jeff. Then we're going to come back and give a little tight closer. We hope you guys had a good time. Please tip Jeff and subscribe to it and support him on Patreon. And if you don't support us, you could support us too. What's $5?
I mean, really?
What's $5?
A lot to some people.
Yeah.
Yes, me and Kim included.
I'm so hungry.
Yeah.
I still have to pay for this haircut
today to pay for lunch. She had to sell that to make a wig. So please, without any further ado, give it up for Jeff the Plankenhorn, who can't even look at us right now.
The plank star.
That's why I enjoy it. That's why I enjoy it. This is a song that I did on the Patreon a while back when I was really getting fed up with social media and really getting fed up with cable news, because up here in Canada, news is actually like news. Like, they actually just show the news and they report the news, and it's cool. So I wrote the song with my friend Scrappy Judd Newcomb, and here it goes. I'm gonna do the short version. Lift me up, don't put me down. I need to dust myself off and rise from the cold, cold ground. Don't you think we could use a little good news this time? Yeah, I'm taking back reality, 'cause I don't want to live in the church of the poison mind. Funny how they say you don't know what you've got till it's gone. That's what they say. We've known from the get-go what we had all along. So darling, put your hand in mine. Oh, we're gonna paint this town outside the lines. It's not there, we're to define. They're still selling, but we're not fine. Lift me up, don't put me down. I need to dust myself off and rise from the cold, cold ground. Don't you think, yeah, we could use a little good news this time? search of the poison mind. Lord, I've run plumb out of patience for all the backstabbers and half-steppers. There's a better use of time, and I know it's not reliving or regretting. So darling, put your hand in mine. Yeah, we're gonna paint this town outside the lines. It's not there, we're to define. They're still selling, but we're not buying. Oh, lift me up, don't put me down. Lift me up, don't put me down, no. Lift me up, don't put me down. Lift me up, don't put me down, no.
Oh,
Yes.
Jeff Plankenhorn.
Yes.
Interviewing
Osby.
Oh, we also forgot a Patreon subscriber earlier. Of course, our incredible subscriber, the Wallens, who've been on the show so many times. We love them dearly. Please support the Wallens. They are incredible. They also have a patron and a little website you can click in the pinned comments.
Click.
Tip Mr. Jeff. Jeff, where can we see your shows? I know you're doing live streaming shows every week, so tell us how to watch those.
Well, I do them on Tuesdays, and I'm on Twitch, and I'm on Facebook, and I'm on YouTube, and I'm on Twitter Periscope. But basically, if you just look at www.jeffplankenhorn.com, you can find all that. You can find my Patreon, and I'm on all the socials because, you know, I got good people, and they're working hard, and I appreciate them. It's been hard to find them, but it's really, really nice. So that's a good way. And then Tuesdays, let's see, if we talk about Central Time, Tuesdays at 1 p.m., I do like a question and answer show with musicians called 20 Question Tuesdays. This month, I've got a lot of great people. I've got Pat Byrne, Nakia, Ruthie Foster, Carolyn Wonderland, and Ray Wiley Hubbard. So nobody good.
No one good.
Garbage, trash.
Yeah, exactly. And then I do my From Here to There, which is just me playing a bunch of songs. I'll be doing that in about 40 minutes on the Faces and all the other stuff. So it's called From Here to There, and then I'll go do it. And I'm going to absolutely follow you gals and people and Chris and everybody on Comedians Interviewing Musicians on Patreon as soon as we get off.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Well, also, if you ever need
We'll do a back and forth.
non-musicians, we're happy to be on your show.
Honestly, it's awesome, and I kind of dig that. Like, we might have you on sometime just to talk about what you're doing with this, because I've always kind of felt, and it sounds a little weird, and I'll just make it really short. I know, too late. Is to I miss the days when comics would go and open up for musicians and vice versa. I desperately miss that. I know that it's not always financially a great thing, but I think if more musicians and comics were smart about it, it could be a great thing, and I really, really, really miss that. And I think that someday things like this will start bringing us back together in the right ways.
There's a kindred spirit between comedy and music. It's vulnerable, it's a coping mechanism, and for a lot of people, it's a necessity to deal with reality. And
damn right, you get out of your head.
Yeah.
And all of the people involved in both of those things are weirdos.
We're all wackos.
Just a bunch of weirdos.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Also, Jeff has incredible merchandise online, so please leave him that comment as well. He's got
Claudia says they have a cup at Chris and Claudia's house.
Mugs.
Yeah.
I got the mugs. The Coffee Find Me mugs.
Yes.
It'll be perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to let you get to your other show. Thanks to our patrons. Thanks to Graham for being here. We really appreciate his little sweet.
Yeah, that
was great. Thank you to Chris for fixing the audio of the rockiness that happened before and him being a rock star.
Oh, and Alice. Oh, Alice, you're the star.
Alice, did you want to sing? Just guess what? Like our dogs have inner voices.
Yeah.
Alice's inner voice is Jennifer Tilly.
The Bat Pig has arrived to say good
night. Oh, hi!
If I try to pick up my dog, he'll bite me.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I
Ross
get
is
it.
not
Sometimes
No.
that's best.
Here,
Sometimes it's best.
everyone follow Jeff on Patreon. Oh, there's Celine in her cup.
Here's Celine Dion.
Look at that. She's stretching her leg out. She's like, hello.
Vaudeville,
I'm
baby.
50. I'm
And I know
50.
that Chris is on a 30-second delay, so let's just give him an okay, bye.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, everybody. Super fun.